Hi there YouTube, this is Stefan here again to share with you a story, a point of inspiration, an analogy that you can share with your friends and your families, and if you're a teacher you can share this in your classes, and if you're a speaker or a seminar leader you can share this in your speaking engagements. Today's story is set in the airport, and it's about this woman who goes to the airport and she checks in, she waits for a flight, and her flight was probably about an hour or 2 hours away. So she decided she was going to get a good book to read and some nice cookies to eat, to munch on. So she went to the bookstore in the airport, got a really great book, queued up for her cookies and sat down. And she puts down her luggage and everything, and then she takes out her book and she starts to read. And as she was reading, another person, another man comes and sits beside her, with his luggage and all that. He sits down, and she at first she smiled at him, and then she carried on reading her book. And then she remembered she had cookies, so she reached over him and took one cookie and started munching on it. And the cookies were really delicious, but something shocking happened. What happened was, the man who just sat beside her also reaches into her bag of cookies and starts eating that bag of cookies. And she's like, wow, what is this guy doing? Like, why is he eating my cookies, right? And it was quite awkward. She didn't know what to do, so she just carried on reading her book and she took another cookie. And to her surprise again, this guy, after she takes her cookie, right, he takes another cookie, so they took turns taking cookies. So and she's like, wow, in her mind she was telling herself in her mind, wow, this guy is so daring. How could he openly steal my cookies? And as she was thinking all that, she was a lot of thoughts were coming, and then eventually they were left with one cookie. And this guy looks at her, smiles in a very awkward way, with a little laugh, and he picks the last cookie up, breaks it in half, and offers her half of that cookie. And this woman snatches the half of the cookie and starts munching on that. Like, how dare he take the last cookie and even break it in half, and have my half of my last cookie. And eventually, after finishing the half of the cookie, the man stands up and leaves. And she was thinking about, wow, I'm gonna Facebook this, I'm gonna tweet about this, I'm gonna tell the world that this man openly just stole half a bag of my cookies, right? And I'm gonna call my friend, my best friend, and tell her all about it. Yes, this woman. And then she, then she carries on reading her book, and then the announcement was made. Her flight is, boarding. So she closes her book, put a bookmark in her book, and starts, start to carry her things again. She carried her luggage and the bag that she brought the book with, and then all of a sudden she realizes that there was one more bag of cookies. She realized that the bag of cookies was hers. And the bag of cookies that she was eating all this while was the man's bag of cookies. So she was the thief, and she was the daring one, and in a split second, everything changed. Everything changed of what those horrifying or awkward, shocking 15 minutes sharing her bag of cookies, or he sharing with her his bag of cookies, and him staying silent when she was getting all angry about it. That moment when she realized that he was the one who was being gracious, sharing cookies with her, changed her perception totally. So what do you learn from this story? In fact, I think this is a true story. I think this really happened. What can you learn from this story? And share this with your friends and family, share it with your students, share it with your participants at your events, and find out what do they think about this story and what they can learn from this story. This is Stefan. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do like and subscribe to my channel. I post one story a day, point of motivation, inspiration, to make your day, and also to allow you to share these stories with your community and the people that you know. Thank you very much, depending on where you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Bye.